apologize because I went to Paris in February, and now it's May, and I have like 7 days of vlogs, and I only put one up. But that's because I bought a new camera, and I couldn't upload the videos from my camera to my computer. It was so complicated. But they're finally up. I can finally use this camera. So I sometimes think like, oh, I'll put them up, but it's like, it was months ago. But then again, it's like, it's kind of a cool day. I don't know. Regardless, I'm sorry, but we're gonna talk about Paris today, and I'm gonna help you with some tips and tricks that I have on how to maximize your Paris trip so that when you go, you can do it cheap and you can enjoy all that Paris has to offer. So my first tip for you is to buy a Navigo pass. When you're in Paris, to get around, you're gonna wanna use the metro and their public transportation because it's awesome. It's seriously so great and well organized. The thing is, it can be really expensive if you're a tourist. It's like a plastic card, and you can buy it and upload more money onto it when you start to run out and all of that. But they also allow visitors to purchase it as well. Once you get it, it starts working on Monday morning, and it expires the following Sunday at midnight, and that's plenty of time to use the metro, and it goes from zone 1 to zone 5. So we went to Disneyland on our trip, and we went to Versailles, and that's in zone 5, whereas Central Paris is zone 1. So it worked really well for us to be able to have this pass so that we weren't having to pay extra to go to Disney or Versailles, because the tourist tickets don't always offer the big zone range like the passes do. Also, we used it to get from the airport to our Airbnb, and that was really handy. And that helps push me into my next tip, which is to stay in Airbnb. I will link the Airbnb that we stayed in because we had a really awesome experience. Our hosts met us, they gave us a tour of the neighborhood, and they were really helpful in all the things we needed. So we definitely stayed in one that was like really tiny, but it was still really cute and very French, and it was so centrally located that we could walk to the Louvre, to Notre Dame, to all of these different places, and we seriously loved it. I had been to Paris before and stayed in a hotel, and hotels there are just so expensive, although they're nice and very cool. It was cool to have the Airbnb experience, especially because our hosts were so awesome. They really were. Abe and Dumitra, booyah. My next tip is to purchase a museum pass. You can buy them in different day increments. We bought the 2-day pass, and you have to go 2 days or 4 days or 5 days or however many they are in a row. So plan for that. But you get priority entrance to most of the museums like the Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, basically any of them on this giant list except Versailles. And it's really awesome if you're there in the summer because Paris is busy. It's so touristy. I mean, it's one of the hugest cities in the world. Everyone goes to visit. So it's super nice to be able to skip the lines and just enjoy the museums. So it ended up being like, I think we paid 50 euros for the museum pass, and we definitely went to more than 50 euros worth of museums. So if you're gonna be a museum hopper like we were, definitely get the museum pass. It was absolutely worth it. This is kind of a different tip, but it's to make sure to prioritize going to Versailles. Versailles is amazing and beautiful and like so over the top, and it takes literally an entire day, maybe more, to see all that Versailles has and to take your time. And so what I suggest is getting there first thing in the morning because there's a huge line of people trying to get in. And so go right at the beginning of the day to go see the whole thing. And then make sure if you're there during like the summer or the spring, spend a bunch of time in the gardens. You can rent a bike, you can bike around in the gardens, and you can also walk out. If you go to the Petit Trianon, you can walk out in the yard of the Petit Trianon and see Marie Antoinette's Hamlet. And that's this little tiny village she went to pretend to be poor, which is like kind of wrong. But it's so cute. It's like Disneyland. It's so cute. Oh, you have to go see. We spent the day literally just walking around and getting lost, and we saw everything, but we felt super rushed because we didn't get there right at the beginning of the day, so we missed a lot of the palace. So make sure you spend ample time at Versailles because there's a huge ass line and your museum pass is not gonna get you priority entrance. So yes, go at the beginning of the day. I think those are my best tips for going to Paris. Staying at Airbnb, getting the museum pass, getting the Navigo, and doing Versailles the right way in the morning and making sure to do Versailles are gonna make sure that you have a sweet trip to Paris. So if you like this video and you want to see more, comment down below. Very soon, in 3 months, I'm going to Bali, woohoo! And then a month after, we're going to Amsterdam. So we'll have definitely more travel videos to post. And now that I can upload vlogs, I will have daily vlogs for when I travel. And if you think I should still post my Paris vlogs, even though it was months ago, comment down below. I have one of when we went to Arc de Triomphe and blah, 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 blah. So, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, yes, comment down below if you still want to see those. Otherwise, expect a video at the end of this week or next week about something money related, because actually, I'll give you a hint on what it's probably about. It's about buying your first home because, booyah, I'm in my own crib. I own this place. Holla, holla. So thank you all for watching, for being here, and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye. This is La Dauphine, which is a very famous macaroon place here in Paris.